Alright, welcome back to another video from mtgjanetech.com. My name is Plum, and today we are playing Mono Red Splash Green Trash for Treasure in Historic. This list, I've seen people attempt it in Modern and things like that, but it's a little different. I know we have Faithless Looting, but kind of the main contender in the Modern versions I was looking at was Rite-a-Van. And we don't have Rite-a-Van. And Rite-a-Van does two things. Does one, it's kind of a must-kill answer. It generates value that snowballs. But two, it also generates this treasure. So you'll notice in a second as we go through things, we have a treasure sub-theme. But we'll talk about it in a second. But just be wary that this is missing a major, powerful one-drop. But we're doing our best to try to find replacements and still make the deck functional without it. But anyways, Trash for Treasure is a 3-mana sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell is sack an artifact, and you return target artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it is basically a reanimator card for big artifacts or little ones, whatever you want to do. And in our case, we are playing Portal to Phyrexia and Sundering Titan. Portal being a 9-mana artifact, makes your opponent sack 3 creatures, and then at the beginning of our upkeep, we get to reanimate something. And then Sundering Titan blows up a land of each basic land type when it enters or leaves. So you can kind of loop it in the late game with Trash for Treasure and stuff like that. But this is sort of our package. There's a lot of other options you could be playing, but Portal to Phyrexia and Sundering Titan both have value if you happen to play them multiple times. Whereas, like, let's say you play something like Platinum Angel, that kind of just sits there until it dies, and you don't get additional value. Not as good. So we're trying to do mainly things with ETB effects to get the best out of that. Now, in order to back that up, we're playing this sort of mono red mid-range shell. Again, another major part of this being Goblin Engineer. So this is a 2-mana 1/2. When it enters, you search for a library for an artifact card, put in your graveyard, and shuffle. So it helps find our reanimation targets for Trash for Treasure, but it has this second ability. It says sack an artifact. You return target artifact from your graveyard with mana value 3 or less. So it lets us start reusing some of our smaller items that helps us sort of generate value as the game goes on, while also tutoring for these big things when we try to finally get into the late game, or turn 2 into a turn 3 Trash for Treasure provides us additional speed and setup in the early game. With this, we're playing this sort of small package of utility. So we're going to play Soul Guide Lantern. The green splash is pretty much for the sideboard and Haywire Might. Collector's Vault, which also generates treasures. We'll talk about in a second. Academy Manufactor, which again, we're generating treasures, so it's good to get additional things off of that. Life gain and card draw. And then we're also running Urbrass Forge just as a decent sort of a cumulative threat that will start to take over the game as we make these giant Phyrexian Horror tokens. Now, with these, like I've been mentioning, we're also playing a treasure sub-theme. So you'll see we have Magda, Enterprising Scallywag, Breaches, as well as the Goblin token from Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Don't think I really need to explain why Fable's in here. It's good card draw, generates, a token that ramps us or generates artifacts. And then when it flips, we can start copying things and doing silly stuff. But this is just a good sort of middle of the ground glue for this deck that helps us do everything we want to be doing already. Now, Scallywag says, at the beginning of your end step, if you descend to this turn, you create a treasure token. Magda says, whenever you swing with a dwarf, you get a treasure captain. Actually, it's whenever it's tapped, not just swing. And Breaches says, whenever you attack with a pirate, you can create a treasure, target creature can't block, or you exile the top card of your library and can play it. So ramps helps us punch damage and gives us card advantage. Scallywag is also a pirate, so these two play well together. But what's most important here is the second line on Magda, which says sack 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or a dragon, put that card on the battlefield. So it kind of sucks that we don't have Rite-a-Van. We're playing Clockwork Percussionist as a hasty 1-drop that we can also get a card off of, and it's easy to sack to Trash for Treasure or Goblin Engineer. But if this was Rite-a-Van, we'd be able to hit those 5 treasures a lot easily. But between Scallywag, Breaches, as well as Fable the Mirror Breaker, plus Collector's Vault, it's actually pretty easy to get to 5 treasures, and this is another way to cheat out Portal to Phyrexia or Sundering Titan. So kind of cool. We ramp pretty fast. There's also chances that you just get enough tokens to cast these by themselves, but that usually doesn't happen. And then just to back all this up, we're playing 4 Flame Slash as some removal. Mana base is relatively simple, or red base. We're playing Prismatic Vista to help us trigger the Descend on Enterprising Scallywag. We have a single Gaia Reach Sanitarium in order to help discard things and sort of cycle through our deck in the late game. A couple commercial districts is mill, single forest to fetch off the Vista for the sideboard, plus Haywire Might. And then we're playing a single Mines of Moria, which is enters tapped unless you control a legendary creature, and then you can exile 3 cards from your graveyard to create 2 treasure tokens yet again. So that's pretty much it for the main deck. Rather straightforward. Basically just trying to reanimate a big thing every game. Kind of depends on what you want to play in terms of your reanimation targets, but these just so happen to be the 2 we are picking today. In terms of the sideboard, we have that green splash for like heroic intervention against like things like Meltdown. We're playing Pick Your Poison for opponing. There's a lot of aquatic subtlety and like still some stupid reanimator kind of stuff going. So this is pretty good against like Atraxa or Aberrant Oculus and all that sort of stuff. Lithomanted Barrage is pretty decent against all sorts of stuff. Blue, white creatures. We have a few more artifacts that we can tutor off of Trash for Treasure and things like that. Pithy Needle, Shadow Spear, and Soul Guide Lantern. We're playing 3 Magus of the Moon to hose greedy mana bases. And then a couple Chalice, but we are also playing a Platinum Angel against decks that can't really do anything against it, as well as a single Graz. This is just my excuse to play Graz, probably. But this is Juggernauts you control, attack each combat if able, can't be blocked by walls, and other creatures you control are 5/3 Juggernauts in addition to their other types. So it kind of just makes your little guys into big guys, and it helps us swing. But that's where we're at for today. This is what we're going to try jamming. Not sure how... I mean, I feel like this deck's kind of easy to hate out in terms of artifact hate, but I think Affinity's a little bit on the downswing at the moment with the recent unbanning, so we'll see how potent people's graveyard, or I'm sorry, artifact hate is. But it's good to have, like, 2 angles of attack, right? We can Trash for Treasure, reanimate artifacts. They're ETB effects, so, like, you know, turning them off with Pithy Needle and stuff like that doesn't do a whole lot. But then at the same time, if they want to bring in Grave Hate, we can try and go the Magnet route and go that way to finish them off too. But let's get into some games. All right, chat, game 1. Nice opening hands. Let's try it out. We're going to check the breaches back. Opponent is on Luris, which makes me think Auras, probably. It's almost always Auras, chat. Auras has to be a tough matchup for us. If he does turn 2 Light Paws, okay, we'll take a Spirit Dancer instead. I mean, we could get... It basically depends on how fast we can get to a Phyrexian Portal, you know? It's kind of the name of the game. I wish we had... I don't know if there's any other crazy spells we can cast. Light Paws. If we top that Trash for Treasure, who knows what we're going to do, but I think they're going to kill us before we even get to that point. Yeah, Hammer Hands, swing for 9. I feel like in this meta, like, you just gotta play Calling Ritual. Blows up Frog, blows up Auras. Calling Ritual's just a nutty card right now. Eats, like, all of Mono Green's ramp. Yeah, chat, we're not quick enough. Alright, so in this case, we're gonna have to just mulligan real hard, yeah? We can bring in an extra barrage. We can... I don't even know if we want Maguses, honestly. We can bring in Pick Your Poisons. Don't think Soul Guide Lantern's great here. Herbrest Forge is probably fine. Breaches isn't doing a whole lot for us. Sundering Titan's not doing a whole lot for us. We can bring in a Plat Angel over that. Chalice is fine early, but as soon as they get a light pause or something, it's not great. So I don't know if we want to try and race them on that. Probably not, huh? Let's try something like that. So we're trying to just basically maul. Wow. Try basically maul for a trash for treasure. Like, this hand's a no-go. This hand's a no-go. But do we want to maul the 5? And get that aggressive? We have an engineer plus a forge. Okay. Trash for treasure's good. I think maybe we discard both the scallywags. Actually, maybe it's better we keep the one scallywag, get rid of the Magda and the other one. Because then we could scallywag, engineer. Magda has to actually swing. We can try, chat. Let's see what our opponent does. Boom, 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 boom. I do like the idea of this treasure sub-theme as like plan B. Do we want to keep Magda or the Scallywag? I think we want to keep Scallywag because it's going to be more relevant if they don't have instant speed removal against us. So this way we can Goblin Engineer, throw whatever into the bin, make a treasure, and then we need to find another mana. Or we Goblin Engineer for something else. Like a manufactor or something. Sack the original treasure on turn 3, bring the manufactor back, make another thing off of the Scallywag. We'll see. We find a land. That was good. I'd like a cheap something on board. Let's engineer. We'll see what our opponent might be on. I don't know what they play in terms of whatever. So that triggers our Scallywag. No point in attacking because of Giver of Runes. So now we have Trash for Treasure up next turn. He's gonna eat our engineer probably. So, okay. In this matchup, I guess we, like I said, we just have to rush Trash for Treasure. It is fun if he plays like Griff Spoon and we have a Pick Your Poison. He should definitely take the Scallywag here, but he doesn't. This is just a tough matchup, huh? He'll swing for 3. What are the chances opponent's playing like Mana Tithe? Because they're goobers. Or like an instant. This should just be a fragment, but at least we get to sack 3 his board. And if he fragments us, we spin into something more else kind of relevant. We get our Goblin Engineer back, so then we can go get like. We probably want something to start like putting pressure on him, so we'll throw a Forge in the yard. And then we'll swing, we get a treasure, we pass back. Chat, maybe we did want to bring in Magus. We get to start stealing his stuff, hopefully. We'll probably take his Giver of Runes first, if he lets us keep our Phyrexia around. But yeah, I have seen a lot of High Noon coming back. We faced that quite a few times. Okay, opponent grabs that. Let's take our Giver of Runes. And we fired Great Furnace. So let's sack the treasure, bring back the Great Furnace. Or, I'm sorry, bring back the Forge. We get to start making things and swinging. That dies, and then we pass back. He can play his Luris. He has to play a second land in order to get his Spirit Dancer back. Hopefully, we can Flame Slash. But he might hold up Shard Mage's Rescue. We'll find out. Okay, good. He goes for Shelter by Ghost, which is fine with us. So now we get to Flame Slash his Luris. We'll discard a land. Get our portal back. We have another Trash for Treasure if we want it. We get a 2-2. We'll swing here. Start putting pressure on him. No point in really doing anything else here. Nothing relevant in the yard. Pass back. Light Pause. That's a relevant card. Amped Raptor. Relevant card. What he's been into? Oh, Spirit Dancer. Okay. Alright, let's take his Luris. Because that's funny. Second Scallywag's pretty hot. We're restoring these 3. We can give whatever he blocks protection. There's the rescue, which is fine by us. Yeah. He gets to search for a boon or a hammer hand or armor. Finds ethereal armor. He's just gonna block and block. I think I want to kill his raptor. I've also put Scallywag back in our yard, and we have Luris, so we can just keep generating treasures. Plus, we have a portal of Phyrexia to reanimate. Cracks the canyon. This is actually a somewhat interesting game, chat. So next turn, I think we'll copy. Well, we'll find out. Opponent is going off here. All that glitters, maybe not. Our portal to Phyrexia might not be enough, chat. You can go find a Shard Mage, eat the Luris. Or the portal, I guess, but... But next turn, we can copy Goblin Engineer, maybe go get another portal, trash for treasure it. And then hopefully that seals the deal. He swings at us for 16. We go down to 1. He decides to block there, which is fine. Do I want to... It doesn't... We don't even gain life. We'll just block with the Scallywag here. All right, so we go to 1. He does that, so we can do this, copy engineer. Go get another portal. Trash for treasure. Sack this, make him sack both things. Good for us. We get our second portal back, which is also good for us. We can swing all of these. Gain a little bit of life back. Replay our Scallywag, which is going to make us a couple more treasures. And then we'll play second Fable. Then we get to make a bunch of treasure, blah, 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 blah. And then we try not to die, chat. We still have a game 3 here, which is tough. But we can go get, like, a Plat Angel off the next engineer and then try and reanimate with a portal. Opponent ethereal armors. There's a chance they could have meltdown and stuff. Like, we're still dead to quite a bit here, in my opinion. Demonic Ruckus is good. He has what? Trample? And then, okay. So he gives up there. Alright, chat. Not too shabby. Still feel pretty good. Kind of do want 1 chalice here. Over like a percussionist. Magus, probably not super relevant. Shadow Spears, okay. Chance we want to bring in that. A Graz. Yeah, I know, right, Froze? I mean, what do they play in terms of... What is their Grave Hate of choice? Like, if I get Rest in Peace, that kind of sucks. They put up a... I mean, I'm surprised we did pretty good there. But they also, like, they hit us for... They took us down to 1. After they got Portal to Phyrexian. I wonder if we want redundancy... Thraben Charm makes sense. I wonder if we want redundancy, like, with a... There's a couple white whatever. Plat Angel, Flame Slash, Chalice on 1. We can turn 1, kill their thing. But I really don't love having Plat plus Braz in our opener, so we're in them all. We'll try it. We have, I mean, okay, yeah. We'll try it. No trash for treasure, but double removal is pretty good. Not when they have a turn 2, whatever. So that kind of sucks for us. Yeah, this is tough, chat. But hey, we won 1. I'll take that. If he just... I'm hoping he just jams here. Light Paws into Ruckus, grabs like Ethereal Armor, and we get to Barrage. Does Red have any other relevant cards against them? I could play like Chaos Warp. Okay, we see the Light Paws. Will we see a Ruckus right away? Good. Ethereal Armor, please. Oh, Sheltered by Ghosts. Shit, chat. Chat, he's Sheltered by Ghosts us. In that case, let's Scallywag. Because I want to make another treasure. But I don't think we're going to beat that very well, chat. I don't know if we can deal with Ward that fast. Griff Spoon. Ghost gets armor now. 7? Yeah, chat, we're not winning this one, huh? We go to 9. Unless we top deck Pick Your Poison. That's not a Pick Your Poison. We can, like... Is there anything here we can get? No, we're just dead. I assume he has Grave Hate of maybe instant speed something. Seems like he's gonna eat something. Yeah, he's just playing surgical. I can't pay 6 to kill a light pause. We're dead. I didn't want to eat a portal to Phyrexia. I know Platinum Angel doesn't get us out of that situation either. But geez Louise. Okay, so we can be fast enough to beat them. It's just you really need trash for treasure. And that's not what we got. Matchup number 2. 1 land, not fun. 1 land again. But we do have Flame Slash. Jesus. How many lands am I running? I didn't actually check. 22. See the Synod. A little affinity player here, chat. You know, just as I said that we didn't see that much affinity running around. Jesus. We'll snag his Tamio while we can. Chat, the old one-lander really gets you going, doesn't it? All that, I don't know if he ever posted. Ornithopter. Tormod script, that's tough for us. Oh, boys. See, maybe now the problem is there's too much variety in Historic, and we can't... The old triple Tormod script. Gross. So, probably not worth... Okay, and we just... Okay, chat. Okay, chat. Alright, chat. Deck, you're better than that. Is Pinnacle Emissary ETB? No, it's cast. Oof. I do think I want 1 Shadow Spear. Probably want a Platinum Angel older over the Sundering Titan. Don't think Magus does. Magus might be okay. If he runs 4/4, Darksteel, Steam Vents, we could take him off blue. Is that better than anything we're already playing? Is he on? No. Let's get rid of Soul Guide Lantern for a moment. Flame Slash is probably fine. Forge is probably fine. Not in love with Breaches. Chat, where did my sideboard go? Oh, we're back. Okay. Okay, chat. Fuck my life. I don't even know if I want to bring in Pick Your Poisons. Blowing up a single artifact doesn't sound very good. I mean, it might. We don't know. We could, like... He could play, like, Pinnacle Emissary, and then we could... respond. Actually, Hayward Might's not that good here either. For we want to target non-creatures. Let's bring in the Pick Your Poisons. Let's try something like that, chat. Maybe the sideboard needs an update on this. I was looking at a lot of old modern lists. Not that Trash for Treasure has ever been competitive in modern, but Alright, chat. Let's do our best. I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna try and Magus this man. It's not gonna go well. We're gonna get turn 1 emissary. I mean, Magus lets us pick your poison. He's playing Blast. We could play Blast. I was thinking about that too. If we want to replace the Flame Slashes with Galvanic Blast. Ooh, chat, watch this. We'll see how much we can screw him up. He's got a second blast. Yeah, he's got us. Ew. Anyways, I started blasting. Hell yeah, you did. Hard cast the Emissary. Okay, I'll take that. Cast the Stone Coil for 0. Interesting. Okay, let's Flame Slash this. Goblin Engineer. We'll grab a Portal to Phyrexia. That's fine. Okay, so technically we could fuck him up quite a bit with a Magus, but he's obviously playing Galvanic Blast main, so it's not as good. And he's got his Tormod Crypt. Is he gonna crack right away? He does. That's better for us, chat. I guess we're threatening. Okay, Plat Angel off the top. But we can at least discard both of these next turn and see if we can spin into a trash. Gonna sack our token, Springleaf Drum, or bounce our token, I should say. Memory Garden, swings for 3. You got it, Super Chief. Pick your poison. Another Goblin Engineer. Maybe. We could get, like, a Collector's Vault and bring it back. Let's do this. We're gonna take, what, 9, 10? Go down to 6? Not fun, chat. All these pick your poisons, no green mana. Usually we have treasures to take care of it, but we got nothing this time around, chat. Big oof. Big oof. 2-0'd by Affinity, baby. 2-0'd by Affinity. That's not fun. Like, just when I said in our last thing, in my deck tech, I was like, Affinity's not that prevalent. Chat, our MMR must be really high from the Warrior days. Okay, this is match 3. We'll keep this. We're gonna drop the Portal. Alright, we face a lot of top whatevers. Ooh, opponent is mulliganing aggressively. And we might get a concession on a mull to 4. But that makes me feel like we're on some combo deck here. We'll play Vista into a Scallywag, turn 2, crack, get a treasure. Praven, Praven. Wait, what's Might Form Harmonizer? I already forgot. Chat, why did our opponent mulligan to nothing? What do you think they're playing? I want to play it with Frenzied Bell. It says damage can't be prevented. So you can smack people for 10. Okay. Opponent mauled real hard. So that makes me think some sort of... He could be like a subtlety list. I'm not sure. Kind of want to bring in Chalices in that case. We're going to drop the Soul Guide and the Haywire Might. Bring in Magus. Drop the Breaches. I kind of want Pick Your Poisons too. Which isn't as good with our own Chalices though. We don't really know what we're playing. Okay, we're just going to mulligan real light. Is Might Form Harmonizer the doubler? Is it double immediately? And okay, so yeah. So you could Vista and turn... That could be funny. Okay. Chat was our opponent on. We're not sure. Breach this fraud? Maybe. Consider. Ashley. Chat, what is our opponent doing? Jeskai. Am I stupid? I haven't seen this version before. I don't know what's happening. Okay, Fable's good. Counterspell here? Spell Pierce. Opponent doesn't even know what we're trying to do. Ashling, Tameo, and Spell Arena of Glory. Let's grab Sundering Titan. Because we can blow up... Well, it depends on what he fetches with Vista. But we can blow up Island, Plains, something? Maybe? Chat, I think this Flame Slash should just be... Wizards. Okay. Okay, well now... Let's see. Well, we'll see what he does. Divine Purge. You got it. Let's see if we can do this. We'll probably get counterspelled. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, chat. I thought he was going to be something more interesting. I think he's just Jeskai control. That's not fun. Why would you mauled into 4 on an opener? Doesn't make sense, chat. There's a Flage. Already has 9 cards in the yard. Riddler, too. He's going big here, chat. Going big or going home. 2 cards in hands. I think I want to engineer again. Get a Forge. We could bring the Forge back. We're probably going to get Arena of Glory Flaged, right? He'll kill the Engineer. So we need to pick up another removal spell. Yeah. Big oof. Ouchie. Put this down to 8. Chat, we sideboarded wrong. I don't know if you could tell. Okay, Sundering Titan's still good. These are... whatever. They're fine. Okay, Chalice is not as good here. Magus is probably fine. Let's bring in... This only deals 5 damage. Why is Unholy Heat still nerfed, chat? Tell them to They need to undo Unholy Heat. We're going to bring in our Soul Guide Lanterns again. There's a chance we want Pick Your Poison. We also got Divine Purge, which felt pretty bad. We'll see. Again, I think this is a deck that just doesn't have the right tools in Historic. I don't think it's good. Our deck, I don't think is good enough. We're having a lot of trouble with lands, too. Okay, this hand's not the worst in the world. Do I want a green source here? Kind of do. See if we can play Magda, and then we'll get sniped. Or we'll just cycle, consider. Academy Manufacturer's pretty hot. Oh, yes, chat. We like this game. We like this game a lot. We like this game a lot, chat. Again, he could have whatever, but I like it. Okay, Basic Planes, relevant. Goblin Engineer, relevant for us. Let's go... Actually, should we just get Forge again? Probably. Is there anything he could have that kills our Magus here? I don't think so. Island Cycling, go get Blue Source. But that only puts him on... He doesn't have enough for Divine Purge yet. So we can just chill. Tamios. Okay, relevant. Let's bring the Forge back. Play Second Engineer. I think I want a Collector's Vault. We could just Sundering Titan him, but we're gonna blow up our forest and go down to 1 land. We just hope that's enough. He does have Flage mana, which is relevant. Doesn't seem like he's drawn it yet. Riddler, relevant. Flips the Tam, which is fine. We found another mountain. Do we... Is this make a Phyrexian artifact? No, it's just a horror. Do I want the... Well, I don't know. Let's start by making something. Let's swing 2 here. Take that down to whatever. I kind of want to... What is he at? He only has 2 cards in group. Let's draw a card. That was very good. Is this instant speed? It is. Yeah, maybe we should work on some stupid Mind Skinner deck after this. Again, opponent still has Flage opportunity here. Prismatic Endings are a thing. In response, we're gonna bring the Collector's Vault back and sack this. And then we can Academy Manufacture and start generating value there. Chat, we won! I don't like having 2 of our reanimation targets in our opener. Sorter them all. This is better. Plus a trash treasure. Ooh, chat, that's not good for us, huh? Oh, okay, never mind. Thought it was something else. There's our other trash for treasure. Opponent just tapped out. Let's go grab a green source, and then we'll Fable here. Is this the one that, oh no, it just scries. What's the fairy that draws a card whenever a fairy of the same name enters? Miscreant? One swings at us for 2. Okay. How many decks a month do we make? I don't know. Sometimes, because we make versions of stuff, we probably do at least a few a week. I kind of want to discard both of these. That's good for us, huh? What are the chances we can actually get a trash for treasure off next turn? Not super high. But we can try our darndest, chat. I don't know, we do, I would say probably at least 12 a month. We're gonna get Kaido'd here? No, Thousand Face Shadowed. Ow. Oh, never mind. He does have Kaido. Ow. Ow. Chat, we're down to 1. Chat, we're down to 1. I believe in us. I believe in us, chat. I believe in us. Come on, baby. We can do it. Come on. Oh, let me play my Portal Phyrexia. Oh. What does this do? He's a 3/4. I don't think I want to really do anything. I'm just gonna hold up a blocker. Tap down something so I can't attack? How do I tap something down? Am I dumb? Requesting a monthly wrap-up article with decks made. Oh, Kaido taps things down. That makes sense. I don't know Kaido's abilities. I don't read cards. I'm a Magic player. I don't know how to read. See, Hydroponic Architect kind of sucks for us too because it gets around Magus. Gives him islands, which is kind of funny. Low-key, Pick Your Poison's kind of good here, as is Barrage. Chalice on... Yeah, maybe. Magus? I mean, we could still bring in Magus. Somewhat relevant. Sundering Titan, he had what? Sink into Stupor and Fatal Push. Other stuff. I don't really love Forge here. Let's try something like that. Yeah, he had it all. I want it all. And I want it now. We need a handful of relevant cards that do things. Sure. Turn 1 Minds of Moria. Eventually Fable, discard Portal. We'll see where it gets us. I wonder if we want to be a little more all-in and play like Faithless Suiting. I don't know yet, chat. Some sort of end of the month wrap-up article. I could see that, Brave. Just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right at the beginning of this month. 12, 13, 14. 14 decks have been posted to Moxfield in February. It's quite a few, huh? We're not even halfway through. The good news is opponent played a Fairy Seer, which means we get to make them sack a flyer, which is cool. Chat, look at this. I had someone play this against me the other day. He went turn 1, Faithless Looting, discard Treachery. Turn 2, Persist It, and then turn 3, he sawed it in half, which gave him 3 permanents that he stole, and then he drew so many cards. He drew so many cards, chat. Alright, we'll play our Fable, or try to. I call it Flex Tape Reanimator. I sawed this boat in half! I do want to try this deck out. Rhino Creativity Scapeshift. Kinda hot, kinda hot. We're gonna get Kaido'd. Oh, okay. I like that better. I like that better. Chat, do you think he's playing Spell Pierce? Oh, no, he's not. Good for us. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, chat. Ooh, we got options here, baby. We're gonna trash treasure. Bring our Portal to Phyrexia back. Make him sack 2 things. Hell yeah. We can Goblin Engineer, grab something. Not sure what I want, though. Silver Master is fine. What do we get? Let's get this guy. I like that. Okay, what can we go dump in our yard? What did I side in? We have another Sundering Titan, but nothing else crazy. Let's play a Fable. He gets a 1000-face Shadow us at least, plus an Ornithopter. Ninjutsu's the one. And then Ninjutsu's the other one, copies. Makes that into a 4/4. We take 8, 12. Into another Ornithopter. We get to reanimate. Let's get a flyer. This time. Get rid of Magda. Get rid of a land. Second Portal to Phyrexia. Don't have a way to discard though. We can make a second copy of 1000 Face, block both his flyers, but then we're still taking 4. Chat, is there a 3-mana card that enters as a copy of another artifact? Oh, actually, no, we can go get... Titan doesn't help us, huh? We can Sundering Titan. It sucks. Sundering Titan doesn't do anything. We needed anything else relevant. We could trash. Blow up his planes and then blow up my 2 lands. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got nothing. I got nothing. Oh! Yo, low key. Low key. I mean, it's good early, but like, when we're not just turbo trash or treasuring, it's not nearly as good. All right, boys, this is a final match. Currently dropping so many frames. Not sure why. Oof. Let's play this Fable. Blood Chiefs thirst us. Chat, we are down for the count right now. We are dropping frames left and right. Memory jar? Holy shit, opponent. What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there? Oh, chat, are we back? We might be back, boys. Boys, we're back. We're back. We're back, baby. To our Dread Cantor. Discards 2 cards at random. Counter, counter. You got it. I get to keep reflectioning our Sundering Titan, which is kind of stupid. Portal to Phyrexia is hot too. We're back. Are we back? Chat, we just got memory jarred. In case you weren't here. I know you guys weren't here. It's kind of funny. I don't know what's happening. Scrawling. Whoa, opponent, I like what we're doing here. Are we okay? Earth the chat, are we back? Craven's here. Frozen, are you still alive? Did you make it? You're good. Okay, we're back, baby. I keep Sundering Titan my opponent because it's funny. And I'm having a good time with it. If he blocks here and here, he's dead. If he blocks here and here, he's dead and dead. So our opponent memory jarred us. And then played 2 arc. Interesting. Because it makes you discard your hand, and then you get your exiled cards back. Spicy for sure, dude. Spicy for sure. These are all good. Probably don't need Manufacture. This is probably fine. Portal of Phyrexia is not as necessary, but I do like Plat Angel here. Sundering Titan actually kind of did some work that game. Chat, would it be funny to bring in Graz? We're gonna bring in Graz. Anyways, hi chat. Welcome back. I don't know why we lost so much frames, but we seem to be okay now. The internet kind of went... Goblin Engineer plus Trash for Treasure and a Magda? I'm feeling it. You guys feeling it? Inquisitions us. Takes our Magda. Interesting. Turn 2. 2 arc? No. He's just going to go all in on the... Okay. You think he's playing Surgical? Might see a Fatal Push on the Engineer here. Yeah. Okay, so he just kept a lot of hate, which I think is fine for us. Let's put Sundering Titan in the yard and threaten to blow up his lands. See what he does. Sprawling Crawler's fine. Find a Magda, which is good for us. Put a Graz in the yard. Play our Magda. We can trash next turn. Pick your poison's fantastic. Opponent, I don't know what you're doing, but I like it. Alright, so let's make our opponent sack an artifact. Land, swing. Do we think... let's see if we can Titan him. We have to blow up 2 of our lands, Forest and Mountain. But then we get to take him off of a land there. Guys, Sundering Titan's kind of good right now, huh? Second Trash for Treasure? We could take him off another land, but we're just going to play Graz. Hell yeah! Chat, that's gaming right there. Yeah, I don't... This deck's really cool. Portal, like, that last game you saw us get a really fast start with, like, Sundering Point and Portal, whatever. Like, the games where you could trash for treasure early are obviously much better than the games you can't. But I like the idea of having a backup plan of, like, a small tutor board. Actually, Urbrass Forge was kind of hot for us, too. But right now, it's still... This is just another mid-range deck that feels like it can't necessarily compete as well. Like, I think you could definitely steal some games, and you could probably tune this a little more. We went, what, 2 and 3? Not, like, great at all. Like I said, definitely misses Ragavan for sure. This would be way better with Ragavan on 1. And being able to dash and, like, really lean into the treasure sort of secondary plan. Especially with Ragavan being a pirate. Like, ooh, so much better. But I think an all-in build would probably win you more games. Like, Trash Treasure is just really good on turn 3 if you're hitting Portal to Phyrexia and Sundering Titan. But kind of like Frozen was saying earlier, that, like, now that Historic has, like, kind of diversified, we've played, you know, like 15 different archetypes in the past 2 streams. We did, like, 3 matches of 3 leagues of 5 matches each. And ran into, like, 13 different decks. It's tough, you know? We're playing an early Portal to Phyrexia, and your opponent's playing Thousand Face Shadow and Ornithopter, which doesn't really do anything. You're playing against Auras, you make them sack their board, and then, you know, you get a Spirit Dancer and a single Giver runes back, and that just doesn't do a whole lot. So, like, it's definitely better when the meta's playing a little more high-impact creature-based stuff. Which, I don't know. It might just be too diverse for that at the moment. At least in the ranks we are. We're seeing all sorts of stuff these days. But, I don't know. It's still sweet. It feels really good to trash for treasure, people. We never got to crack a Magda and go search for something, which is a little upsetting. But, overall, I think we could tune this a little better. I'd probably replace the Flame Slashes for, like, Galvanic Blasts. You could probably tune up this little wish board better, but I'm not complaining about diversity. I'm using diversity as an excuse for why our deck is bad. I'm very happy that we're not just facing the same stuff over and over and over. We're having, like, fun games against different stuff. But just for a little bit until the meta settles down, you know, it's going to be hard. It's almost like hard to sideboard. Especially in, like, lower mythic like us, where we face everything. Like, we're going to run into ninjas, and then we're going to run into affinity. But then we'll hit, like, frog and auras. And then we'll run into a guy playing mono black memory jar. We don't have enough sideboard slots for all that, boys. But cool nonetheless. But yeah, that's fun. If you're a Trash for Treasure fan, you know, take a crack at it. It's cool. It definitely needs Ragavan, but it's probably not good enough for Timeless, so don't run it there. But a lot of fun nonetheless. So hopefully in the future we can come back to it as they keep printing stupid artifacts. But I enjoyed myself while we played it. It was pretty sweet. But that's my 2 cents. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!